Triple beasts. My poor golden chirper is going to have a rough time. I guess I may as well start with him, because he'll take strong damage from pheromones on the back line. Let's go for Flurry right now. I'm hesitant to go for Sunlight, because it'll give him his beast racial faster. Maybe I just go for Dazzling Dance. Oh well, I'll go for Sunlight, but it is gonna make him hit me harder here shortly. Can't do anything while he has Shell Armor, so I may as well get Dazzling Dance rolling. This is kind of a gimmick team. I have Moon Dance and Dazzling Dance, so I can give my Bobble Worm double speed buffs, because they are separate buffs. You can stack both of them. But versus this team, I only need one. Okay, think... Let's see here. Let's bring in the Bobble Worm. Take him out with an Onyx Bite. And then I can stun one of these guys. Which is probably a good idea. And I have... Oh, I don't have a beast racial yet. I wonder if he's going to go for Prowl. That Call Darkness is weak damage. I think he's going to go for a Prowl. Let me go for an Onyx Bite. I'm waiting to use Illuminate until I have my beast racial. Which is now. He sent the darkness because he knew I was going to try to stun him, I guess, and I missed. Oh no. That sucks. How much does Devour do? It does 320. Okay. This is not looking good. Oh, that was a really big Onyx Bite. Super high roll. So we can go for a stun. And then I have to bring in my Cobalt Raven and get Dazzling, or get Moon Dance up, because once I lose my Flying Racial and Dazzling Dance, Twilight will be faster than me. So you can see it's two separate buffs. I currently have both. Let's change that weather so that I can't miss anymore and he can't stun me, or at least guarantee stun me. And he got this 25% anyways. That sucks. Oh, but he has Twilight Fire, so he's ability locked. Okay. Let's see here. Well, Onyx Bite does more damage under Moonlight. So let's go for that first. Although I think I'm in the clear regardless. Yeah, because Illuminate will kill him. I was a little worried whenever my Illuminate missed, but it ended up being just fine. Alright. So, triple beasts. Surprised I beat him with a critter, but I guess having a flyer was nice. Dazzling Dance was a really high value ability versus him. Thinking mechanical damage for sure is a good move. Maybe Dibbler. I like Dibbler. Oops. Let's see here. team looks pretty good. It's 4-0. Alright. Let's try it out. It has 2 weather changers, so that could be pretty helpful. If I queue into like a Blossoming Ancient or something. Because after queuing into triple beasts, that's the first thing I'm worried about queuing is, oh, I want to play mechanical, and then I queue into, you know, someone expecting me to play a mechanical, and they just play a Blossoming Ancient and base roll me. And there is somebody queuing Fosling, which is basically Blossoming Ancient. So if I queue into them, I'm going to need some weather changers, or I'll have no chance to ever kill that elemental. Alright, Q-Pop, we got, yep, triple elementals. What a surprise. How much you want to bet that's the same guy that was just playing triple beasts? I might be okay, though. I have the Snapdragon, but yeah, Dibbler's just useless. My Nightshade Sproutling's actually pretty useless, too. Low-key. I mean, he has 2 325 speeds. Let's start with him. Okay, and this is my best matchup, so this is good. So I'm expecting he probably has Quake, Sandstorm, maybe Stone Rush. Let's use Blind because... Okay, he has Rock Barrage. I'm not sure if Rock Barrage can hit through Blind the way Bone Barrage does, but it doesn't appear to. Either that or I just got really lucky. I'm pretty sure Rock Barrage is coded correctly to miss when he's blinded. Okay, and he used Stone Rush. Maybe I should have saved Call Darkness in hindsight. To change his weather, but... Oh, he has Rupture. Okay, so that paid off. I kind of want to just trade the Nightshade Sproutling for Lumpy. Because he's borderline useless versus these 2 325 speed elementals. For anything other than just, like, maybe soaking rounds of Puppies of the Flame or something. I think what I want to do here is... I just go for Lash, because I don't want to swap into Dibbler. Oh, he burned Conflagrate. Okay. Not mad about that. I think what I want to do is bring the Snapdragon, change the weather to Call Lightning so that my mechanical attacks can do a little bit more. I'm debating going for a Dive Burst. What if my dive misses? Probably lose. But if I don't go for dive, I think I'm going to be too far behind, because Dibbler's not going to get a whole lot done, even with Call Lightning. If he has Immolate, it'll do weak damage to me. And I missed my... there's my own weather. That's what I get. Let's go for Call Lightning. Okay, so at least he won't be able to do double damage with Conflagrate. That's good. Let's bring in Dibbler while I have this weather. Probably want to go for Toxic Smoke first to get that dot rolling. We'll go for a Clamp. And then I'm wondering, does he go for Cauterize? Or does he kill me? I think he's going to go for the heal. So I'm going to go for Toxic Smoke. Yeah, he went for that heal. So now I still have my priority move to kill, or not kill him, but to hit him before he kills me. And it's a Snapdragon versus a Corgi. Depending on what he's running, I might actually be able to win that 1v1. But here's something I don't know, is if he uses... Puppies of the Flame, and I use dive on the same round, does my dive hit him? Because sometimes I've seen dive hit these kinds of pets through, like, Puppies of the Flame, but I don't know if it was puppies or if it was... I'm just going to send the dive. Let's see if he goes underneath. Nope. I was kind of hoping he would go underneath just so I could test for science, but I think for some reason Puppies of the Flame does avoid submerge type abilities. Oh, huge crit. I don't think I won without that. What I'm not sure about is if I have to use dive on the same round as him using Puppies of the Flame, or if Puppies of the Flame is just coded differently from Sons of the Flame. Because I know I've seen pets with dive, like the Hermit Crab, hit Little Ragnaros while he's underground with dive. Because you're both underground. It's kind of like when two pets use liftoff, they hit each other in the air. But I've also seen dive miss versus the Molten Corgi. And I don't think, like, Darkness or Sandstorm was out. I think it just straight up missed. And I'm wondering if it was because it's coded differently, or I don't know if it's possible that what I have to do in order to hit them is use dive on the same round. I haven't been able to test it. So if any of y'all know, let me know. Because I don't know. I guess I could go test it versus, like, a trainer or something. Real quick. Maybe I'll test it versus that mop trainer that has, like, the terrible turnip. But anyways, let's pick another team. I'll play for one more win. So this would do well if I queue into beasts, and it'll also, yeah, the Snapdragon's just great versus beasts and elementals, but I'll do a little better versus elementals with this team because I have a critter now instead of a mechanical. What do I expect him to play if he's playing rock, paper, scissors like this? So he played beasts, then he played elementals. I guess most likely he'll want to play either magics or I guess he might go back to beasts. If he plays magics, I'm not going to do great because I have some aquatic damage and a flyer. If he plays beasts, I'm not going to do super great because I have the critter, but my flyer takes weak damage from beasts, and then I have Call Lightning to one-shot somebody maybe. I'm not going to worry too much about picking a counter because it's either two players doing family brawlers and I got unlucky, or it's the same guy and he's just trying to play rock paper scissors and predict my counter. and then counter my counter. That seems like a suspicious coincidence that I queue into triple beasts and then triple elementals immediately afterward. It wasn't the most OP triple elementals ever, but yeah, see, we go back to... Oh, okay, now I feel kind of bad. I'm just gonna let him queue into somebody else. What I'll do is log onto a character that I can test dive versus... I guess it isn't Puppies of the Flame, but it's Sons of the Root. So there's 3 different submerge abilities that I can think of that all basically work like Sons of the Flame. I'm assuming they're all coded the same, but it's possible they aren't. Alright, do I have anybody over in Pandaland? Townlong Steps. That's Pandaland. Right. None of these pets have that kind of ability, right? He has dive. Well, he has dive, and I know when he's going to use it. Maybe I could try... Okay, so here's what I'll do, is I'll use, Molten Corgi. Do I have him? I sure do. Oh, but I haven't leveled him yet. Dang it. And he's the only one with puppies, right? Oh, no, Blazehound has it. Okay, cool. So we'll put Puppies of the Flame. Alright, puppies, doesn't matter. Whatever. Okay, let's do Blazehound right here. So let's test puppies versus dive. How does this strategy work? I think I press dive first. Yeah. Okay. Shell armor. And bench. Okay. I am rooted now. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just pass. It's gonna go underneath. So, I'll bring in the Blazehound. Oh, he's gonna be faster than me. Dang it. Alright. Well, let's just bring in this guy. Just, dodge a little bit. And wait for that dive to come back, and then I'll bring in my Blazehound and go for puppies. Alright, dive's coming back in 2 rounds. Let's go for the Blazehound here. He's gonna go for dive. So he's gonna use dive, and then I'm gonna use puppies on the same turn. Right? Yeah. Alright, does it hit me? We're both submerged. And we used it at the same time. Okay. So, puppies, even though we used it on the same round, dive does not hit me. Good to know. Is there another pet besides Little Rag that has Sons of the Flame? He's the only one. Okay, what about... Let's what's it called? Crazy carrot? Not crazy carrot. Terrible turnip. Got my vegetables mixed up. So we got... Okay, we got a couple. We'll just use the terrible turnip with Sons of the Root. Use the pygmy cow this time so I don't get rooted. And let's see, we want Stampede and then... Oh, probably that ability. I think. Alright. And then, I don't know. It's whatever. We'll just heal. So let's test Sons of the Root versus this guy. I don't have Little Rag on this account, so I can't check... but I swear, dive hits through Sons of the Root. I don't... through Sons of the Flame. I don't know about Sons of the Root yet. So how does this work? I think we go for Stampede. And I can't be rooted, so he can't do AoE damage. I'm not sure what's more efficient, Pygmy Cow or Hermit Crab. But the Pygmy Cow's a little bit cooler. He's a little bit harder to get, though. Alright, what do we do here? I think probably feed. I don't think it really matters. But I don't want to go for this ability because if I stun him, he'll swap. I mean, I'm not power leveling right now, so it doesn't really matter, but... Alright, let's see here. So he goes for dive right away, right? Let's just bring in the mechanical. Go ahead and pass. Dodge for a couple turns. Okay. So let's bring in our terrible turnip. He's going to use dive on cooldown. And ideally, I want to use Sons of the Root on the same round first. Do I? Doesn't matter. I mean, I used it on the same round last time and it missed. I'm just going to use on the same round. So we both go underneath at the same time. Does he hit me? He does. Okay, so Puppies is the one that's coded differently. So Sons of the Root and Sons of the Flame are coded differently from Puppies of the Flame. For some reason, like Burrow and Dive will still hit through Sons of the Root and Sons of the Flame. One more test, one more test. I'm already pretty sure I know the answer, but what happens if...
The waters foretold of this meeting.
I use it the turn before. Because my theory was maybe it'll land if we both use the submerge ability on the same turn, because we both go from above ground to below ground at the same time, and maybe that confuses the game. But what if I go underneath and then he uses dive? Typically I would be the one using dive, right? So let's just go for Stampede. Turn my brain off for a little bit. Okay. Go for a pass. Go ahead and bring in that terrible turnip, because he's going to use dive in 2 turns. I'm going to use dive in 1 turn. Go ahead and pass. Okay, so now I'm going to use Sons of the Root 1 turn before he uses dive. I'm assuming it doesn't make a difference, but just for while I'm already out here testing this. Yeah, so for some reason, Sons of the Flame and Sons of the Root don't avoid burrow and dive attacks. But Puppies is coded differently. Good to know. Now I know. It doesn't matter when he uses it, I just can't hit him. Anyways, just gonna queue one more one more game. What was that team? Mathematics? Like this team. Queued up. I'll play for 3 and then call it for now. I'm gonna switch teams. I'm gonna play the Coastal Bounder. Because I just played the Snapdragon in the last game. It's a similar team anyways. Uh-oh. We got Anomalous and then Void Glower. What breed is that? Power Speed. Okay. Well, is he going to start with this flyer, I wonder? That would surprise me. I guess he might start with that flyer. He totally did. He's trying to blind my Cyclone. Let's go for Uncanny Luck. He sent the blind instantly, which means I can just get Cyclone going. I could also go for Great Sting, because I have a 50% chance to land it, but I'd rather wait till I have a 100% chance, and I'm actually not sure if all 3 of the hits are 50%, or if it's just a flat 50% to land the AoE ability, period. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I have 3 separate 50% chances or just one 50% chance, and if it misses once, it misses through all 3 times, basically. Let's go for Wild Winds. I want to try to burn down Anomalous ASAP. Oh, nice. I get an extra round of Wild Winds. Big poggers. That Rattlejaw's a strong cleanup pet, but Coastal Bounder has a good matchup versus him. If he has Corrosion, I'm actually going to take out Anomalous here. Most do, yeah. I'm not sure if I think Corrosion or Ooze Touch is better. I think it really just depends on what you're queuing into. If you're queuing into, like, counter teams, I think having Ooze Touch can be pretty helpful. Okay, I'm going to bring the Coastal Bounder. And then go for Rain Dance. If he doesn't blind me, I can probably kill him with Mudslide. If he does blind me, I'll probably just swap to the Damp Scrat. I could try to go for Mudslide, but 50-50. I'm going to play it safe, swapping the Damp Scrat. He probably has weak damage with Poison Lash, although we have an awkward speed tie. I don't know how much it matters, though. I might actually just kill Rattlejaw on the back line. Do I go for Uncanny Luck? Great Sting. My Cyclone's gone. I'm going to go for Great Sting. Just cleave Rattlejaw on the back line. Take advantage of his own weather. And then, let's see here. I think I'll go for Uncanny Luck. Buff my crit chance on my dots. And if I win this coin flip, it's definitely game over. Even if I don't, I might survive. Oh no, no, that was pretty important because I would have died to Poison Lash. He might have won that if he didn't press Blinding Poison in the opener. But I see why he started with this, guys. He thought I would start with Vortex and throw up a Cyclone, so he wanted to try to blind it. I would have done the same thing. But once I started with the Damp Scrat, I probably would have held on to my blind, because once the blind's gone, he doesn't really have a way to deal with my Clone Dance. I can just swap instantly and get Cyclone out. Alright, so that's 3 games. I'm going to call it for now. We learned something new. And knowledge is power. I always wondered that. I just never bothered to come out here and test it. I figured I would find it out in a game, and I never did, so now we know. Puppies of the Flame does provide immunity to dive and burrow attacks. And I knew Sons of the Flame didn't. And so apparently Sons of the Flame and Sons of the Root are coded the same way. And Puppies of the Flame is the outlier. So yeah, if you didn't know, you can still hit little Ragnaros while he's underneath with dive. Same with if you're running into like an autumnal Sproutling who's being weird and running Sons of the Root, or a Terrible Turnip or Forest Sproutling, you can still hit those pets. You generally, Fist of the Forest is a lot better, but I guess if you wanted a decoy breaker, you'd run Sons of the Root. Maybe if you're running like an SS Forest Sproutling. That's kind of a fun pet. Maybe I'll try, oh, I have one team, it's terrible. I should make more teams, because that's a fun pet for like Critter Week when paired with critters. Because you can like throw up a refuge. And, it's not very strong, but it's a fun, like, gimmick, pairing critters with Forest Sproutling running Refuge. You have to give up Leech Seed, though, which is a bummer. I'm not sure whether I think Sons of the Root or Fist of the Forest is better. I think Fist of the Forest is really good. Sons of the Root gives you a Decoy Breaker, which could be nice. I guess with this guy you have a Decoy Breaker with Sniff Out, but it's not very good, because it's a 3-round cooldown. Anyways, enough rambling from me. 3 decent games. Gonna keep it a short video today, and I'll see y'all in the next one.